Wow, well, y'all, Music King here, back at it again. I had another real crazy dream the other night, so I'll let y'all know about it. But before I start, I want y'all to know that dreams are very important. Dreams are powerful tools for understanding the world around you, and especially yourself. You just gotta know how to listen and know how to interpret the signs. And it helps, being lucid in your dreams, like fully aware of what's going on. That that's where you can pull out all the information and take it back consciously with you to your waking state. But without further ado, this dream, I was in like this clearing. There was like let's say in a valley. Yeah, I'm saying I was like in a valley and they had like cliffs on each side. You know, and the valley had to be at least a couple hundred like yards wide. It was huge. One side of the cliff to the other side, and it was like trees on top of the cliffs. But we at the bottom. In the flat lands at the bottom where it's just grass and whatnot. So it was me. Uh, what felt like, I think his face might have been a little bit different, but it felt like the same, like the white cop dude from like my other dream, and like this, and it was like a different girl, like a younger black chick. She was I don't know, she was younger than me. It was weird. So we was in a party, and we was in here searching for leopards. Like leopards, that's like a recurring thing in my dreams for whatever reason. Like uh, leopards, jaguars, whatever that animal. So we're looking for them, and there was two of them. And so we're going around, being careful, stealthy. The last time, I was saying he had this demeanor where he would come around and hit this little swag to his walk, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I know what's going on. Let me drop some knowledge on you, ma." All that. This time, much different disposition. He was extra serious, but didn't really say like anything. He was just a party leader. So I'm back. I got my gun. I got my sword on my back. I think either a sword or like a machete or something like that. And then the chick, though, she's with us. And she ends up going off on her own and looking, and she gets separated. And so we're looking around. I'm like, I talked to the dude. I'm like, "Hey, son, old girl, she ain't here no more. She gone. I think we gotta go find her." So I went to go off and look for her. My boy was like, stay together. It's like she went off on her own. We gotta make sure the coast is clear first. All right. So we're exploring. The area is clear. All right. So now we go out to look. He said, "All right, look, I'm gonna go this way," and he went that way. Now, the way I went is weird. Like I said, the dream stuff is just weird. So the way I went, it was on the other side of the cliff, but it was connected to a school, which is weird enough. It's like there was like a doorway at the bottom of the cliff, and it led into a school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here in the school, exploring the hallways and all that. And then I get a psychic vibe, a connection. The other dude, he's like, "Hey, come back over here. I think I found something." So I go up the stairs, because I'm in the stairway of the school, and the bottom of the stairway was the door to like the valley. At the top of the stairway was like when I opened the door, instead of leading into like a classroom, it led back to like the cliffs, but this time it was dark, and but the cliffs were much closer together. The space between the top of the cliff and the other side of the cliff was only like 50 feet this time. It wasn't like a huge like valley thing. And it was dark. Like in the beginning of my dream, we was looking around. It was just daytime. Like it was like bright as day, like extra bright and vibrant. And so when I walked through, and there was like a rope connecting one side to the other. So I'm swinging across to go meet up, with the party leader. And man, what happened next? The image that flooded my brain next. Ooh. It's something that will leave chills down your spine. If you ever encountered anything like that, it's this feeling of, whoa, man, it's getting real. And so I'm halfway through a swing, and I look down at what the hell's happening, and my homeboy, he's like, telepathically talking to me, but he's sitting at the edge of the cliff, like in a trance, like like it's not saying nothing. And I look back, and the leopard is weird. It's like behind him, and it looks a little stretched out a little bit, and it's like whispering in his ear. It's weird. At the same time, while I was whispering in his ear, controlling his mind, and telling him to tell me to come back. So while he's doing it, it's like feeding on him at the same time. It's weird. Stuff happens in dreams. Like it's talking and eating at the same time. It's weird. And so when I land, because I can't stop, I'm swinging, I'm halfway through the swing, about to land to the side, I'm like, oh snap. And so I land right next to my homeboy, and the thing finished eating him. And then, the part that happens next. Remember, everybody, my dreams are very vivid. Like sight, touch, taste, feeling, pleasure, pain, all that, I feel in my dreams. And this thing opened its jaws, and it's like it opened to the side, not like this, but like that. And it clamped on my entire body, just like a vice. I'm like, man, what the hell is this? And I can feel the teeth like going into my body. It was like this intense pressure. It wasn't too painful. It was painful, not too much, but mostly it was a pressure, and it was squeezing as hard as it could. And I was like, man, terrified. It was one of the most scary situations I've ever encountered in my entire life. This shit was scary, pardon the French. But I'm like, Lord, this is what is about to happen. I'm about to die. But then I remember the lessons from my other dream. I said, no, I have all the power. I have all the power. So I took a breath, and while this thing is squeezing, I said, you have no power over me. I said, you are not allowed to harm me. Yeah, that's what I said. You are not allowed to harm me. Please leave now. So you are not allowed to harm me. Please leave now. And each time I said it, like his jaws would loosen up a little bit. And I'm just fighting fear. I'm just like, you are not allowed to harm me. Get the hell out of here. And that thing went, whoop, popped his jaws open, turned back to like a regular leopard, and jumped off the cliff, ran away. And him and his homeboy, they both ran away. I was by this point, though, I'm mad though. I was like, man, you killed both my partners. Not one, both of them. Or both of them. So I'm like, man, I'm about to go get you. So I jumped down. Boom, land on the ground. I'm running after this thing, but they're gone. I don't know where the hell I went. And I guess that mantra only worked for that one session because, like, I got the feeling that I was being hunted again. So, like, okay, well, now that I'm chasing that, I could be hunted now. So, like, let me get the hell out of here. And so I'm back in the school. I said, man, I gotta find these things before they find me. And I walked back down to like the stairway. And I look out the doorway back into where the cliff was, with a little clear in the valley at the bottom. Back into the opening, the wildlife, and the tiger, leopard jaguar thing, stopped at the door, and it was like pacing back and forth trying to get in, but it left, trying to find another way in. And I was like, I looked, I was like, man, it couldn't get in. Like, why? And I shit you not, I look up, and on the doorway, there's a carving of an Egyptian sun disc. I think it's called the winged sun disc. I'm gonna put a link to it, to the picture is, so y'all can see what it is. But I saw that on the door, and then the feeling I got from looking at it was weird. It's like that was keeping them from getting in. I don't know why. I have no idea why that was. It just is. And I look at the ceiling, and then all throughout. Remember, the edge of the school is here, and the edge of the school and the cliffs, the nature part is here. The tiger's here trying to get in, and I'm over here on the other side of the doorway. But the school stretches out like this way. And each section of the school, I'm going through, I'm looking up, and each section has that Egyptian winged sun disc on the ceiling, each doorway as I'm going through. So I guess they can't get me in here for whatever reason. All right. So I was bored. I was like, well, I'm not gonna go fight them. I'm not gonna go seek in this fight because they're probably gonna eat me. And so there's no point in being here anymore. So I walked out the door, walked out the front. So I was on the lawn of the school, and on the lawn there was nobody on the streets. There's no cars. There was just one old black guy, like old timer. And he was just standing on the lawn, just standing. And I walked to him. There was no words exchanged. We had a connection, a vibe. But he didn't send nothing my way. He just, I don't know. I got a feeling of familiarity from him. He looked at me, smiled, and at this point I wasn't wearing this throughout the whole dream or for whatever reason. I had my little medallion thing on after I walked out to school. I didn't have it on for the whole dream. It was weird. So I walked out to school, and he grabbed it. He looked at it. And he was like, and I was like, okay. And then after that, I woke up. My dream was over with. And that was weird, you know. And I was like, when I woke up, what I got from it was he was the lion somehow. It was weird. He was the leopard. I got the same kind of feeling. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that was them. I guess they were teaching me a lesson. Like, once again, it's like the power is in you. And when I was faced with that fear and I exercised that power, instead of like last time they just told me the lesson, this time I had to enact the lesson. So like I said, that was one of the scariest things in my life. But then once I realized that you can't do me nothing unless I let you. Period. And that's the lesson I got. So everybody, that's what it is. And I woke up shortly after that, and that was one of the most memorable dreams. I had this dream like a couple weeks ago, and I can remember it clearly. It's vivid. This is like a huge deal. So yeah, that's it. Y'all remember, write y'all dreams down, remember them, and take everything you need because the dreams will empower you. So, it's the Music King here. We at the round table. Peace.